I got my sip. Let's go. Hey guys, if you're seeing my face for the very first time, and the odds are pretty high that that is true, my name is Aubrey Lene, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am about to be a freshman at Southeast Missouri State University this coming fall, and I thought I would take you guys on my college journey in my life and doing theater, and it's gonna be so fun. So yeah, that's the first spoiler about me. If you can't already tell from this lovely collection back here, I do theater, and I really enjoy theater, and I'm going to college for theater. So today, I thought to help us all get familiar with each other over here, I would talk about theater for an undecided amount of time, and just keep talking. So yesterday on my Instagram, I asked my followers to ask me some unhinged questions about theater, and they did not disappoint. So if you're not already, you should follow me on Instagram, and that'll be on the screen right here, and it'll also be linked in the description down below. And yeah, so let's answer some of these unhinged theater questions, shall we? I feel like I don't know what I should and should not say, but doing theater, everybody has a director that they probably don't like at some point. And I've had a plethora of directors in my lifetime, you know what I'm saying? So I've had this one specific director that it was really frustrating because I was younger, and this director would always cast the exact same person as the lead. This is such a theater kid, like the director's favorite always got the lead thing to say. But when I was in elementary school auditioning for this director, and they were giving this person the lead every single time, it was really sad. And we did The Little Mermaid. Uh-oh, did I just out myself? Oh no. We were doing The Little Mermaid, and I was so convinced that I got Ariel. What even did this person... Okay, the favorite didn't even get Ariel in this show, so we can't even say this, but this is a little story time. I was convinced I got Ariel. I was like, I'm the only one in voice lessons, and I'm the only one who does this and this and this, so obviously I'm Ariel. No, I got the maid. And I was in the shower when the castles came out, and it was emailed to our parents. And I got, my mom came and knocked on my door. She's like, you didn't get Ariel. And I had a 30-minute breakdown. I was an old elementary schooler at this point. I was probably in 5th grade, and I sobbed about not getting Ariel. And that is a really funny theater story I like to tell. Yeah. So I think that was a controversial choice because I cried. Uh-oh. So this next question. If you know anything about me, which obviously not many of you do yet, I have quite a fascination with the bad Cinderella drama. Mickey Joe Theater is literally my icon. Watching his videos constantly all the time. The second it announced it was closing on Broadway 2 days ago, I was like, okay, Mickey, where you at? Where you at? And of course he uploaded last night. No, so the question is Bad Cinderella versus Carrie in the 1980s. What is worse? For a little bit of context, Carrie in the 1980s is one of Broadway's biggest flops. I think it closed after 3 days, if I am correct. I'm probably wrong.
I was in fact wrong. It closed after 16 previews and 5 performances, actual open shows.
But it was a really big flop. And obviously I haven't seen the Broadway production. I've only watched some lovely slime tutorials on how to make slime of the West End version, but I would say it's better just because, while Bad Cinderella has its many issues, Carrie in the 1980s had issues to the point of it being unsafe for the actors and the audience, and Bad Cinderella, it's not unsafe, it's just, well, I wouldn't say not unsafe. Bad Cinderella now has had a longer life than Carrie in the 1980s, and it's had its ups and downs, and I think it just needs a little more time to work out the downs to get more ups. I think that's the nicest way I can say that. This is my favorite question I got, and it is, which Broadway character that's on Broadway right now is most likely to get a DUI? And this is a little bit tricky to answer because I don't know all the Broadway plays right now, and I haven't listened to Shucked yet. I need to do that. So maybe I might be completely wrong. But from what I do know about the musicals that are currently on Broadway, I would say that Shakespeare from And Juliet is most likely, out of all characters on Broadway right now, to get a DUI. The character of Anne Hathaway in And Juliet literally drives Shakespeare so insane. I would not be surprised if he was like, and then went, you know? So that's gonna be my answer for that one. I don't have an obsession with Elf the musical. I know one song from it because my queen, my Lord and Savior, Samantha Pauly, sang it, and so I wanted to sing it. That's all. So, I, last year, was in a little production of The Hunchback of Notre Dame at my high school, and I played the role of Clopin Treleafou. I hope I pronounced that right. That's how I pronounced it in the show, so if it's wrong, whatever. But I did not have a lot of friends during the duration and like run of the show, and so I spent a lot of my time like by myself, but I had a few very close friends, and most of them weren't in theater, but one of them was, and so I spent a lot of time with him because he was one of my only friends. And if he's watching this, and he's probably not, hello, I appreciate you, homie. But basically, because I spent so much time with this guy, the rumors started circulating around people who didn't really like me that we were dating. And then one night, me and him, after rehearsal, we're gonna go see a movie with our other two friends who were part of our friend group. We were gonna go see Sonic 2. And it was the whole plan, and he couldn't drive yet, so we loaded into my little car, and we were gonna go see Sonic 2, but then the other girls canceled on us, so he and I like went and like got fast food, and then I took him home, I think. I don't even know if we got food. I think I just took him home. And so people saw us in the car together, and so those rumors started circulating more. So that's probably the like most intense backstage drama I've ever had, but the way I dealt with it, I think I respect myself so much for it, because they came up to me, one of my friends came up to me and she's like, so you and so-and-so went on a date? And I was like, what are you talking about? And they mentioned the rehearsal and us leaving together, and I was like, no, that's not what was happening. And so then I would go up to the people that were starting the rumors and continuing to spread it. I was like, did you hear that me and so-and-so went on a date? Do you know where we went? Do you know who paid? Who drove? I'm curious, you know, because it didn't happen. And so it was just a little bit of a ridiculous rumor. And so I decided to combat it with comedy. And he and I did that the rest of the week, and then it all went away and nobody really believed it anymore. So that's good because it didn't happen. I was in a production of The Jungle Book, summer of 5th grade, summer before 6th grade. I think it was summer before 6th grade. And I was the snake, Ka, right? And I went to this performing arts center. And it's kind of like, the best way I could describe it is like a triple threat training studio. So you would take dancing classes, acting classes, singing classes. So it wasn't like an actual production of Jungle Book. We would like rewrite it and whatever. So I was Ka the Snake. And it was double cast. So I was in the second cast. I was in the younger cast because the older girls did it and the younger girls did it. And it was same, I say girls because there was literally no boys at this studio. There was maybe two. I think one boy we had was Mowgli. So the older girls who were in high school did one show and then we did the other. So I shared the costume with the other Ka, and her family made it because it was a summer production, so you got to make your own costumes. And it was a hoodie, like a thick hoodie, like zip up hoodie, and it had one of those like long stuffed animal snakes like glued to it. But it was so hot. I had the sleeves rolled up like they're rolled up now, and then I was in all black. And you might be like, oh, this isn't drama, like you're just being dramatic because you're in a theater. No, it was an amphitheater at a park, so it was daytime because the older girls did the nighttime show. Boiling hot in this hoodie and black sweatpants and this giant stuffed animal taped to me. That's probably the worst costume I've ever had. And it's no disrespect to the woman who made it. It was just so hot that it made it so miserable to like exist in, you know? I've never heard personally anything absolutely terrible being said while the mic was on and it's not supposed to be on. But I know the person who asked this question, I know what he wants me to refer to, and I'm not going to refer to that because I had to be told it happened and I didn't hear it actually happen because I was on stage. But a few weeks ago for my last show I was in, which was Freaky Friday, we had to rerun a part in Women in Sandwiches, and they called Adam, his name is Jackson, he played Adam, onto stage. And so our sound designer and operator turned on his mic when they called him back onto stage, and he was in the bathroom, and you heard him flush the toilet. And that was really funny. I laughed really, really hard, and I won't ever let him live it down. Ariel in The Little Mermaid. What's up, dog? Okay, my very last role I ever played before I moved to the state I'm in now from Minnesota was, we did the show Pinocchio. And again, this is my weird like triple threat training studio. So it wasn't like an actual like My Son Pinocchio musical, because I know that's like an actual like kids show that you can get rights to. So I was the cat, you know, like the fox and the cat in Pinocchio. Yeah, I was the cat. My name was Lefty, and I just said stupid things. I think I had 4 lines as Lefty, and I was like, where's the door? So my sophomore year of high school, we did Bring It On, but it wasn't the full Bring It On show. It was like a 15-minute condensed version for a competition, and I was Campbell. And the hardest quick change was there was about 30 seconds in our cut of the Bring It On like competition thing between like the beginning of It's All Happening and then the part where Twig raps, and then like the ending of It's All Happening. And the part where Twig raps, it was just Nautica, La Cienega, Twig, and the boys, and then all the girls ran off and they were changing from their like street clothes and their Jackson cheerleader outfits. But I, because I was Campbell, was still in the Truman cheerleader outfit. So that was like an actual cheer outfit that like, you know, like sucked to your skin and like has 3 different layers. So I had to change from this like tight Truman cheerleading costume into the Jackson cheerleading costume, which was like a t-shirt and a skirt because we needed funding and we didn't really have any. So I had 2 people backstage. I would run off and literally just like lean like this, and one girl would be like ripping off my bottoms and the other was ripping off my shirts and then putting me into the Jackson one, and it was very, very, very stressful. And I can put a clip in if I can find it of the before and after, and there's about 34 seconds in between that. So that was very quick, very stressful. Nothing, thank goodness, went wrong, but that's probably the scariest quick change I've ever had. So if you guys liked this video, let me know down below and I can do a part 2. If you didn't love it, that's okay. You're all entitled to your own opinion. Comment down below if you liked the video, but also what roles, if you do theater or tech, if you didn't get a tech position you want, what role have you auditioned for and you were dying for, and when you didn't get it, you literally sobbed in the shower? Well, maybe in the shower is a little too specific to my situation. But yeah, I will be back another time very soon with a video. If you liked it, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. That was really cringe to say, and I'll probably never say it again, so take it while you get it. And follow me on all social medias. I am Aubrey_Lene_, and it can also all be found in the description box below. Have a fabulous night, babies. I love you. Goodbye.